Good late morning, almost afternoon, guys. It is Tuesday, and I'm heading to do a showing at the condo that I'm trying to sell. I got a text on Sunday from a buyer who wants to check it out. I thought that they lost interest yesterday because they originally thought it was a detached house, and he seemed a little surprised to find out it was a condo. But he texted me today and asked if we could get together and do a quick showing. So I am doing a last minute showing that, one day I hope I'm successful enough not to have to do. But as a new agent, I will stop whatever I'm doing and go show you a house, because the name of the game right now is to build my business and my clientele. One good thing with this is if they decide they want the house, they don't have a buyer representation agent, so I could possibly become a dual agent on this deal and get a majority of the 6% commission minus broker fees and the split that I'm doing with another agent that helped me with my paperwork and the process. So with that being said, just reaching out to say hi. And I just left a meeting with a new agent that just joined EXP. I wanted to get to know him, see where he was at in his career, see if we could form somewhat of a relationship, maybe a partnership. He's in a different place, different goals than I am. He's currently mostly focused on his own real estate investment business as a fix and flipper. And that's pretty much where his time is spent. He's not really doing any traditional real estate business. But the cool thing is that I got into real estate because of investing, and my ultimate goal is to use my powers as a real estate agent to cherry pick my own off-market deals and turn them into rental properties. That's my ultimate goal, and to build a rental portfolio that creates enough cash flow to where if I wanted to take a year off, I could. If I wanted to go to Europe for a month and frolic around the continent, I can, because I'm bringing in $10,000 a month in rental cash flow. So that's my goal. So it's really cool that that's where he is, because now I have a new contact that is both an experienced listing agent, did 50 deals in his first year as part of a team, and also is a successful and experienced real estate investor. So I guess the point I'm drawing out of this that I want to share with you guys is to network. Don't be afraid to network. And
you're right, that's a good point, right?
One second.
Something I was thinking about how to use this.
Don't be afraid to network, and don't be afraid to just go meet people, even if you have no idea what you're going to go and talk about. I really had no idea what I was going to go talk to this guy Taylor about. I just, showed up with the connection that we were both EXP agents, and we just started talking. Just asked a little bit about him and his history, and when he opened up about the investment side of him, it opened up a whole new can of worms where I just started hitting him with questions, advice, and he was an open book. And when we were leaving, he offered to be a source for me when I need advice or some direction. He's a younger guy. He's younger than me, but it doesn't matter, because age has nothing to do with experience. I could probably teach a few older people in their 50s about some of my experiences in life, such as travel and culture, because I've been exposed to a lot of it as a teenager that moved, and as a Marine that spent a lot of time in different cultures around the world. And someone younger than me can teach me a lot about real estate because they have experience. So be open to meeting people, go out there and make connections. Make it a point to schedule in times to go make connections and to get into public. It's only going to help your business. It's only going to expose you to a broader audience and grow your sphere of influence. My wife and I are going to go out of our comfort zone and start going to Sunday assembly. I'm not a religious person. If you're offended by that, I apologize. I hope I don't lose any of you because I'm not religious. I'm not a believer, but I am honest, and Sunday assembly is a way for non-religious, agnostic, and atheists to get together and have a sense of community without having to go to a church. So we're going to start going to that as a way to get more involved with the community, meet more people, and generally grow our sphere of influence, grow my sphere of influence. So I'm excited about that, and I encourage you guys to do the same. Find ways to do that, and then go get it. All right? I'm about to hit some major traffic, so I better jump off here and pay attention to what I'm doing. And I will talk to you guys later, let you know how the showing goes. I am leaving the condo, and I just finished showing it to this couple. A very nice couple. They seem interested, but they seem hesitant because the basement is unfinished. So, I did everything I could to convince them that it's not a big deal. And they truly seem interested. It seems to fit what they're looking for, minus the HOA fees and the unfinished basement. With that being said, when I first got this house, I was told the HOA fees by the wife were $130 a month. During the open house, her husband showed up to move some stuff out, which in itself was annoying. But outside of that, he let me know that the HOA fees for the condominium community were actually $163 a month. So I updated the MLS. What I did not do, and I didn't, it was brought to my attention today by this, the husband of this buyer couple that were checking out the house, that all of the flyers that I created, the brochures I created, still say $130 a month. So, not a big deal, like $20 at Staples to have these flyers printed off, but they're all worthless now. Sevierville, this condo is about almost an hour drive from where I live, so now I have to print these things off again, find some time to come up here for an hour drive, and put them back on the table, because people have been taking them with them to look at this home. So I guess lesson there is, when you are listing a home, make sure that you talk to both homeowners and verify all information pertinent to the sale of this home. That a buyer, all the information a buyer needs to know, such as HOA fees, HOA restrictions, and things like that. Who's the utility provider? What time does the school bus pick up kids? Find these things out. The more you know, the better off you are. Even as a buyer's agent, if you're not listing, try to find these things out, so when you show a property, you can give this information to your clients, and they're going to just find you that much more of a professional. So think about those things. Something I have to do to remember all this stuff, because I'm a very not unfocused, but my mind is always moving. Okay, I can jump from subject. I can jump between 50 different subjects in a nanosecond. And with that being said, I also tend to think several steps into the future, which causes me to forget to take certain steps I need to. So something that helps me, that I'm putting into practice, that you could start doing, is think about the process of when you do things. For example, think about when you go into a listing appointment. Okay, you go into the listing appointment, you got your listing presentation down, but what happens when they say okay and they sign the papers? What do you do next? What do you do after they sign the papers? Do you say okay, thank you, shake their hand and leave? There's certain things you need to go over. So think about all these things, and then write down these steps. If you have to take a checklist with you to the listing appointment, who cares? You know, if anything, a seller is going to find that to be more professional, that you are actually taking a checklist with you to make sure that you're going over everything that you need to with them. I mean, they're gonna. I would think that if I was a seller and an agent sat down with me with a checklist, I would be impressed that they are putting that much care into what they're doing, so that they don't miss anything that is important that they need to go over with me. So make checklists, use them, and make sure that you're getting all the information and that you and your clients are on the same page, and they know what to expect, and you know what to expect from them. Okay? I'm going home to do some prospecting until I have to go pick up my wife and daughter. It's almost 1:30. It's enough time for me to grab a quick bite to eat, take a ibuprofen because I'm getting a little bit of a headache, and start calling some FSBOs and making some appointments. I'll let you know if anything changes, but if not, I'll see you guys on the next video.